Merchandising. Go to teespring.com and make sure you get you a good t-shirt. It's where the real money's made on YouTube, not on the AdSense or all the Patreons. We need you to go and buy a shirt. That way we're no longer poor.
Hi guys, welcome to the show. I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And here are the goods. Box office, baby.
Yes.
Let's get into this. All right, because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. All right, Raya, repeated champ, 5.1 million, 71.2 worldwide, even with Disney Plus. What do you think?
They got tired of seeing Tom and Jerry already, I guess.
Well, yeah.
That's all I can say, because I still have not seen Raya. I feel like they stopped showing commercials for it, so I don't know what's kind of guiding it on, or continuing its momentum, except for the simple fact that parents still need a kids film for people to watch.
Absolutely.
Or people are starting to feel more comfortable going back into the movie theaters because your New Yorks and your LAs have decided to open up their doors again. So maybe that's what's continuing now.
And I wanted to touch base on that because you always give Kelly Marie Tran a lot of crap.
I didn't give her crap. I just said that the hotter sister died.
You give her a lot of crap. Anyway, she's a beautiful girl. But
look, I didn't say she was ugly. I said the hotter sister died. It was like, you should have kept the hotter sister. But you've done better in Asia, by the way.
You're awful. You're awful. Anyway, so she actually, because of the theaters opening up, she actually came out at one of the theaters, surprisingly surprised everybody.
Oh, that's cool.
For this, so it's
her and Christopher Nolan.
So it was cool to see the star of Raya come out out of nowhere.
That's
at
cool,
the
promoting
theater.
her own movie and stuff like that. Christopher Nolan was he didn't go see Tenet. That's what's funny about it. He went to it's like, I can't even understand that movie, and I wrote it. But he got spotted at in California, in LA, at one of the movie theaters once they reopened the doors. I can't remember the movie he went to go see, but like I said, I don't think it was Ryan. It damn sure wasn't Tenet.
And it wasn't Tom and Jerry. All right, because Tom and Jerry did come out number 2, 3.8 million, 77 million worldwide. Not too bad.
Yeah, like I said, the doors opening
so
up.
far,
I think
anyway.
we're gonna start seeing these numbers go up.
Oh, absolutely. The Courier with Doctor Strange himself, Benedict Cumberbatch came out.
Didn't even know this was a movie.
$2 million at number 3. Chaos Walking, 1.9 at number 4.
I still need to get around to seeing that one.
And this movie came out in November, and it's still in the top 5. The Croods, 620,000. 160 million. Yeah.
Watch. Ryan Reynolds gonna
that's
get
just freaking insane.
Longest film in the top 5. The Croods. Ryan Reynolds is gonna get that award, that acknowledgement.
Yeah, probably.
There's definitely gonna be a Croods 3, probably.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about.
Did you notice most of these are kids' films that are taking up the top 5?
Yes, they are, and the family business is what helps with this. So that's pretty good. But let's talk about the movies opening up.
Yes.
Or the theaters opening up.
Mm-hmm.
A majority of them have opened up in LA and New York, and now Regal, the number 2 movie chain in the world, really, is opening up for Godzilla vs. Kong.
That's a good one to open up for. I mean, that's a great film because it should be, in the grand scheme of seeing films, your blockbuster type films, some big spectacle.
The tentpoles.
Yeah, your tentpole films. So it's like you're gonna want to, because Tenet is a tentpole film, but like you don't really have to go see that one in a movie theater. I feel it, right? What I mean is that visually.
That's what I've been trying to tell you with that.
It's a big movie. It still should have made some money. What I'm trying to say, visually, I don't want to see Godzilla on a little screen. I want to see him in a big auditorium.
Absolutely.
I can watch Tenet on my regular 55-inch TV. I'm good with that. What I need is better speakers because you couldn't hear any of the dialogue in the film. But anyway, so I want to see that on screen. I want to see Avatar on a big screen because of all the things it's going to show, visually what it's going to show me.
What about Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat, I want to see that on a big screen too. Like I said, even though I might be excited about a film and it is going to be a tentpole blockbuster film, sometimes it's not visually stunning enough that I need to see it on a big screen in a theater. That movie is something that people are going to be like, I could watch it at home, but I really don't want to. I want to see that on a big screen in a theater. So that is a great film for the theaters to open back up to.
And I think that because of that, I think that Godzilla vs. Kong is probably going to do a hell of a lot more than what people think it's going to do.
I think it is too. Everybody's starting to get vaccinated too, so more people are kind of feeling like, hey, I'm invincible right now. I can go out and go cough on me.
And that's so for those of you who don't know, I do work in that environment in a movie theater, and the comfort level from a lot of people ever since, and we're in Texas, so the comfort level in a lot of people.
We've been open for a while.
Yeah, we have, but it's raised. It's gone up. One, since the mask mandate has been released,
right,
and two, since more people have gotten vaccinated.
Right.
So the comfort level has gone up. Now, granted, wearing a mask is optional,
right,
but people have been trained, I guess, if you wanted to say it for lack of a better term, they've been trained to wear masks in public, and they're still doing it.
Yeah,
and
because we want to make sure that for the people who aren't vaccinated, we don't try to, we don't want to raise levels back up and then have everything closed down again. So.
Exactly. So, but Godzilla vs. Kong is the biggest studio release since Wonder Woman arrived in December.
I bet you Wonder Woman was thinking like, damn, I should have released it now. I should have waited.
Man, I should have rewrote this and did something else with it.
It probably would have made more money, but it would still have got the same audience scores that it's gotten. It was not that great of a film. So, but anyway,
you don't.
But that means
you
now.
Don't Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, are we doing that?
No.
I don't hate it. It's not like a film though. But that means that with more theaters opening, there's a better chance for us to see these films they keep pushing off. Our James Bonds, our Black Widow.
Don't say it. All right, since you said it, a couple days ago it was announced that Black Widow has moved from May 7th to, I want to say May 7th, to July 9th. Now, in July, in that early part of July, it's usually Spider-Man time.
Can they do the trailer like they did for New Mutants, where they kept showing all the different dates, and then they were like, for real this time?
More than likely, that's what's going to happen. But what Disney has decided to do is they've decided to release it simultaneously with Disney Plus. So it's going to come out in theaters and in Disney Plus for the $30 premium access price.
I really wish they would release the numbers to let us know how is that $30 premium thing is working.
Well, I know that it worked. I mean, Mulan did close to 300 something, maybe even more, $1 million. Not just. Well, yeah, pretty much all from that because
Asia was open.
All right, but you know you don't want a movie like that to be pushed too much because now Shang-Chi I think has also been pushed back.
Wait, Raya is I mean, why is that one not doing money? But anyways,
you said it because of the familiarity of an original story versus something that's familiar, like Tom and Jerry.
Right.
It's gonna
Okay, so Shang-Chi is probably getting pushed back.
Shang-Chi's always pushed back already too. Cruella's remaining at May 28th.
Don't want to see Cruella. Why are they wasting money on this film? I don't know why they made this film. Who cares? But you might as well do a Laurel and Hardy film. That's how people don't care about this film.
But the Black Widow, the reason why I was saying that was you don't want to push that too much because the next phase of Marvel has already started.
Yeah.
And
and they're messing their own self up because they keep having to rework things to make it by pushing it off. And it's like, well, we want to get this out, but we're waiting on this, and this depends on that. And that's one of the things with this whole interconnected universe thing, that things depend on you seeing other things. That's me. Things depend on you seeing other things, and when stuff like this happens, you have to readjust. It throws everything off. So that's why I'm kind of like, hey, just fall on the sword and release this thing and let's move forward so that I'm ready to move on. Like there's so much stuff that they announced that we should already have in production and should have already be coming up I should be talking about, hey, Eternals comes out next month. Okay, I should be talking about that right now.
So Shang-Chi will be released on September 3rd. It was originally going to be, it originally was going to come out July 9th, but now it's going to come out September 3rd.
So Black Widow took that date.
Yes, so Black Widow took that date. Free Guy.
Oh God, please come out.
Is now set for August 13th. What the hell is that?
That's the movie.
I know it's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, that's where he.
But what is it about though?
It's about like
Ready Player One.
Almost and not really.
Okay.
So like you're playing a game, right? And you know how you have all of the populated world, the non-playable characters that are just filling your world and stuff, right? So like it's like a Grand Theft Auto, and like he's like a bank teller that's like, oh, you go complete the mission. I gotta rob the bank, blah blah. So during that, which he's lived a bunch of times, he's been shot and killed, and so on and so forth. He becomes aware, and then so he is a he's a free guy within the space of this universe where he'd normally been non-playable and just kind of living his loop.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Kind of living his predetermined loop. That I feel like there's another movie that'd be a better.
Groundhog Day.
Sense. It'll like 5 minutes from now it's gonna pop in my head. But yeah, so that's what I'm excited about Free Guy.
I want to see Free Guy too.
I want to see Free Guy really, really bad, and everything keeps getting pushed off. But there's a bunch of stuff I want to see, but I can't see it because everything's being pushed off. So I hope now we can start staying firm on these dates, so that way I can prepare to start seeing this stuff.
So, like I said, Cruella's gonna take that May 28th
Push
for
Cruella
Memorial
back
Day.
to September.
And then, and then Quiet Place 2 got pushed back, and that will also release with Cruella on the 28th for Memorial Day weekend. Okay, so we got Free Guy, and
Nobody's
now
definitely seen Cruella.
And now
the
the Kingsman, the Kingsman.
3.
This is the prequel to the Kingsman. That will be released December 22nd. A few days before that,
I didn't even know
Spider-Man
this was
No Way Home. No Way Home is gonna be. It's gonna be more or less the Marvel movie for Christmas.
Okay, I guess my whole thing was like, okay, yes, movies, please get firm dates so that way I can start watching you. Back to Kingsman. Why are we not doing The Statesman? I don't want to see a prequel.
That'd be cool.
Well, I don't want to see a prequel to
too.
Kingsman.
The
It's like
Statesman.
we've already told his story in two
Because you
different
want to
movies.
see freaking Tatum. You want to see Taters.
We
That's
told
why.
his story in 2 different movies. The dude that was already the Kingsman. We already know his story.
All right.
It's like I'd rather see The Statesman.
So, Death on the Nile, which is a sequel to Murder on the Orient Express. That one comes out February 11th
That's
of
one of those
2022.
movies that would have came out that would have bombed anyway.
Actually, Murder on the Orient Express did pretty well.
When?
A few years ago. It actually did really well. It had a great cast, and this one has a pretty good cast too. So, yeah. And it looks like Warner Brothers will be officially releasing everything on strictly the theaters, not HBO Max, next year.
Yeah. Because they're getting a bunch of blowback by doing this because of how like the people's cuts of revenue because they're screwing them. It's like if you have an option to watch it streaming at home, they're not getting a cut of that revenue. So like the actors that have that deal, it's like I get 1% of the gross of the film in the theaters, right? Well, most of the people are streaming it. Now I've reduced what my 1% is because now everybody's not seeing it in the theaters, they're seeing it streaming. So that in studios and how like they pay for budgets on these things, where like Warner might just be the distributor of it, but people who actually produced the film and they're getting screwed on it because because Warner's still getting the money from the streaming money. Nobody else is getting that streaming money.
No.
Yeah, so that's why they got to end it already.
Don't you think that they have to, that agents and actors and, agents of actors and
They've
all that
already
stuff,
filmed the stuff. They can't renegotiate. It's already been filmed.
I was going to say though, but there has to be some kind of restructuring.
They talked about one film.
From now on, from this point forward.
I think it was on Collider. They were talking about one film restructured so they could come out, and maybe it was Godzilla. But it was something that they were like, whoa, what are you doing? And it's like, we paid for this film. You're just distributing it. You're going to get money on both sides, and we're getting screwed now. And so in order to get it to stream, they had to rework the deal with that one movie. But everybody else, they're kind of screwing.
Yeah.
So that sucks in the whole fact. So I'm glad I'm glad, and then I'm not glad about it because I like the fact that I don't have to go out to go see the film. I can stay home and I can do it. I don't have to pay an arm and a leg to do so. But I feel for the people that are involved in the movie making industry, part of it because of the fact that Warner's getting all of the proceeds from the streaming and they're not getting it. So going forward, if they choose to do something like that, please restructure your deals. And I know they make these movies 2 and 3 years out. So if you have a chance, start your strikes now.
But you got to look at it too that the pretty much the process of movie making is going to change regardless, because now, and we've talked about this before, where now you're going to have to budget for safety equipment, mask, PPE. Now you're going to have to budget for that. Mm-hmm. So because that process is changing and that's something that's added to budget, then you need to factor in certain things as far as royalties or whatever you're going to do for these actors, or you're not going to have shit. You're not going to have shit from the actors, the writers, the directors.
I think everybody's banking on the fact by 2022 that everything will be back to normal. So.
Well, I know they are, because the Batman has wrapped, and it is supposed to be set to release next year. We shall see.
We shall see.
And with all of the hype from the freaking...
If I can't see Black Widow yet, I damn sure know Batman ain't coming out.
No, it is. It's already done. And I'm curious to see...
I mean, so is Black Widow. Black Widow's been done.
I can't
Black
wait
Widow
to see
is the New Mutants. Black Widow's been done for a long damn
It's been done
time.
for, yeah, like a year and change. Yes, you're absolutely right. Anyway, all right, so Godzilla's the next one?
Yes.
Coming out in a few weeks?
Yes.
The reviews are in.
I heard that they were pretty good.
The reviews are in, and just like you expected, the human element is horrible. Anything involving the humans is horrible.
Well, because they're supposed to just kind of drive. I mean, because Godzilla can't talk. If Godzilla could talk, then we wouldn't need humans. But so they're supposed to just kind of drive the story forward, and sometimes they kind of get in the way. I thought they did a good job in King of the Monsters with the human element, outside of the fact that it got a little bit of like mustache twirly towards the end with
my dear brother Nunzi. He wanted the head.
Yeah, that was like I thought towards the end, but I felt like what they were kind of doing, kind of explain what was going on with Godzilla and the other monsters. I thought they did a decent job with that. It didn't get too much in the way. I feel like they have to kind of do something to explain how Kong got there and then why they're fighting and what Godzilla's doing. Okay. So there's going to be a lot more dialogue because it's a lot more of moving pieces, and they have to explain the moving pieces.
But I think that it benefits it because you're paying to watch Godzilla. So it's almost one of those things where it's cool. It's cool that the human element sucks. Yeah, like, I don't care. I'm not paying to see Millie Bobby Brown versus freaking, Chandler.
They could recast a lead in any of these Godzilla movies every year, and I would not care that it was a different person.
Exactly. I don't care. Yeah, that's where we're like, release just the monster cut. Yeah. Like, no humans.
It's like
no humans.
Millie Bobby Brown didn't need to show up in a sequel. I don't care.
Well, they were saying that, she's like, even as good as she is, even it didn't even matter if she was there. So
because that was probably just bad dialogue.
So flat out, the movie is fantastic when it's them.
Okay.
When it's the stars of the film.
Because they've done a really good job. I mean, outside of the first film where we didn't get too much action, they've done a really good job in showing us action in this MonsterVerse. When we in King of Monsters, it was great. In Kong, it was great. So they've done a great job of doing monster action, what we want to see in these films. Godzilla, hiding him kind of did away from that. Right. But so if they keep doing that, then when we see those fight scenes, we're gonna get what we've been wanting to get.
You know what's funny is that because you mentioned, okay, so no Godzilla in the first one.
Yes.
Barely.
I mean, it's like
featuring Godzilla.
It was featuring featuring Godzilla.
All right, and then after that, Kong.
Right.
Which was good.
Yeah.
It was freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
Good fight scenes.
Yeah.
The camera.
The human characters I got tired of. I was like, please kill them all already so we can move on.
The camera widening back to see the entire animal is freaking sweet. So I love that. Boom. You know what, Godzilla? We didn't have that much Godzilla. We're gonna show you all Godzilla now. Yeah. We're gonna do. It's gonna be freaking but I can't see shit because it's so dark.
Because we gotta hide all that CGI.
The movie is so dark, I can't see anything. But I know it's good, and I like what I see, and I think the glowing part of the animals are why it's a little bit easier to take.
Right.
Now this one.
This is in the daytime.
No, this one's got neon. All the buildings are in neon.
Oh yeah.
So now it's really well lit at night. So we can have night fights. But we'll be able to see. We'll be able to see.
Well, maybe they.
So that's cool.
They got more time to work on the CGI in here, and they were like, okay, we got this perfected. We got 4 movies into this. We can do fight scenes and actually have people see it instead of hiding it with smoke and darkness.
I don't want to see this being the end of the MonsterVerse, and it is. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the end of the.
No, they have more monsters they could bring back, and it was like they could. I mean, look, the Godzilla franchise got like weird and all over the place. And I was like, there's so many things else that you can do with this. It depends. So. It's in a weird state. It's gonna come out in a situation where it's not gonna make a lot of money. We're hoping that it does better than it's expected to do, but it's not gonna make a lot of money. So it's gonna be real hard for them to greenlight another damn sequel. But
if it makes a lot of money,
if it makes a lot of money, hell, they never intended, and they still haven't said this yet, but they never intended to do another Joker film after that. But it did so great. They started talks about it, right? They can't get Joaquin Phoenix to sign off on it, but they started talks about it because even though it was a one and done thing, money makes people change their minds. So guys, if we want another MonsterVerse film, go support this one. Don't watch it at home. Go to the theaters and go watch it.
Yeah. I got I'm gonna have to say that I got Godzilla winning this.
I mean, they probably want to make up for the fact that, Kong won officially, because I know it's the whole thing. You didn't see him rise up for it, but they did actually speak to the people at Toho, and they said Kong won.
In what? In the first one?
In the first one.
I said that too.
Yeah, no, but I was like, it was always kind of thought like, because you only saw him walk away that he won, but you never saw Godzilla. But he lives in the water, so he didn't need to walk away. He lives down there, right?
That's true.
Yeah, he didn't need to walk away. So they reached out to Toho and they were like, did you want to show it as like you don't know who won, or was there a definitive winner? And they said definitively Kong won.
Yeah.
So.
All right. I know who's gonna lose on this next topic, and that's us. Why?
Okay. Why?
Because Keanu Reeves is done as John Wick.
Well, he's just got the final film. I feel like they could have wrapped it up in 3. I know
there is a 4 and 5, and supposedly he is done.
There's a 5.
There's gonna be a 4 and 5.
I don't need 5.
He is done.
I'm willing to watch
well.
4. I'm willing to watch 4. It does not need a 5. They're just dragging this out at this point. I thought they should have wrapped it up in 3, and I thought they could have wrapped it up in 3.
Yes, no, they should have wrapped it up with 3.
Yeah,
I think a trilogy is perfect.
Yeah, I think that was fine, and I felt like 4 was a cash grab. And now after talking about 5, and I'm like, dude, come on. It's like now we're just like seeing how much money that we can. You got some pennies left? Let me get those. Get those.
If it's not John Wick versus Atomic Blonde, Charlize.
That'd be a great crossover. I mean, it'll be boring, but I mean.
I did the full binge and I watched all 3 and it was too much.
Yeah.
Like it was too much. But it was great, and it's gonna be. If this is true, and he's saying
4.
goodbye,
They need to cancel 5. I'll see 4.
I'll take 4, and then it's over.
Yeah.
Try to redeem the Matrix.
Let's see what's going on with that, which ain't coming out.
All right, now that we're freaking done with that, this is my favorite spot. Rapid fire, Brandon Lee style. All right. The Zack Snyder's Justice League was a big hit for HBO Max and a big hit for Zack Snyder.
Right.
Now with the redemption on the 2017 version.
Yes.
Does the Suicide Squad air cut needs to happen? Yes or no?
No.
All right.
No, it does not need to happen. And the reason why it doesn't need to happen, I think we kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier today, is because it screws up Suicide Squad 2 if they redo what he had done, and it's just going to leave so many questions and holes. We're already wondering what's going to happen with Justice League going forward after the Zack Snyder cut and the whole DC universe as a whole based on how he made changes. So doing this again just totally screws up what they're going to do. They got Flashpoint Paradox to fix anything on that side, and they have Suicide Squad 2 by James Gunn to fix whatever got done that didn't get done by Ayer on the first time.
Okay. There was concept art that showed Luke Evans or Tom Hiddleston as the Crow. Who would be a better Crow?
Tom Hiddleston or Luke Evans?
Luke Evans. He played Dracula in Dracula Untold.
Yeah. If I had to pick between the two, I'd say Luke Evans.
I would say Luke Evans too.
Yeah, because I don't feel like it's a thing for Tom Hiddleston. That just seems outside.
He's too pretty.
It just seems like look, I didn't think he could be Thor, but then I saw the behind-the-scenes test footage of him being Thor, and he could do that. So what do I know? Maybe he can be Crow.
All right. So Mrs. Doubtfire probably has a hell of a lot more scenes that were on the cutting floor that could create.
Give us a Robin Williams cut of Mrs. Doubtfire.
The Robin Williams cut. Robin Williams ad-libbed so much into this movie that he was vulgar. He had a lot of freaking things that could possibly even make Mrs. Doubtfire rated R or NC-17.
I can see that.
If your choice, do you need to see a rated R Mrs. Doubtfire?
No, I don't. That would spoil the whole thought process I have of Miss Doubtfire. Look, it's a family-friendly film. That's what you want to keep. It's like saying, like, would I want to see the Bob Saget version of Full House? Like the stand-up comic Bob Saget version of. No, I don't want to see that. It would just ruin Full House for me. This would ruin Mrs. Doubtfire.
And the heart of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you want to release a anniversary edition of it, and then you put some deleted scenes into the video,
I agree.
I'm good with that. Don't add it to the
I agree, because there's actually the same concept where he did things as the genie.
Oh, really?
But that will never see the light of day.
Disney will never allow. Look, they're still trying to get past Song of the South. So
that's very true. All right, last one. Ace Ventura 3 could be in the works. Does it work without Jim Carrey?
No. I mean, because then there's no Ace Ventura.
Yeah, it's his son, and they already tried
They
that.
already tried that with
direct-to-video,
Son of Mask.
and it was freaking awful.
No,
yeah,
they
the Son of Mask too,
yeah.
and that was awful. So no, if Jim Carrey's not Ace Ventura, if he's not gonna, then no. Old man Ace. Let's get it done.
No, this is a hard no. Please don't do this. Just stop now. If you can't get Jim Carrey on board with it, then don't do this. Don't do this. I would say don't do it, even if you could get him on board with it. Though I think he's still doing well in the roles that he's picking.
All right, and I lied. I have one more.
Oh,
I gotta do it. I'm sorry. It's
right.
because it's you. Coming to America, Coming to Zamunda
Coming to Zamunda.
was one of the most probably the most streamed content on Amazon.
We're definitely getting a sequel. Then Amazon will pay for a sequel.
Hold on.
Then.
So now it's time for another property of Eddie Murphy's to possibly come to light,
Vampire in Brooklyn 2.
and that is Beverly Hills Cop 4.
We saw it. It's called Metro.
Should we get a Beverly Hills Cop 4? Should he do Beverly Hills Cop 4 or leave Axel Foley alone?
No, unless he's the captain.
So he's a captain?
Yeah, dude. How long has it been?
I don't know. Ask Mike Lowry.
This is the Bad Boys thing. You know, it's like, dude, you're still just a detective. Come on, man. You're either
Retire.
Yeah, exactly. Retire or be captain. That's why you can't do this. Unless you're gonna de-age him, and we're gonna say that this happened in the '90s. Could happen. They could do that. Amazon ain't got that money. Disney might. Amazon ain't got that type of money. What? I mean, Jeff Bezos does have that type of money, but he ain't spending it on a movie.
Beverly Hills Cop 4. I don't know. It has to be a
unless
really
you're
good
gonna
director.
Put it in the '90s.
It has to
and
be
then de-age him.
It has to be a really good director, like that knows comedy and that knows.
He is like old.
What about bringing back the original Beverly Hills Cop director Martin Brest, who did Midnight Run also?
Okay.
Do you think even that would help?
He is old.
Oh, never mind.
It doesn't make any sense unless you're gonna make it a '90s film and de-age him.
All right, fine. Terrence, take us home.
Better come on Netflix. Netflix pays for de-aging. I mean, Netflix does it. But anyway, so hey, we're back with another podcast. Hey, surprise! It didn't take us a month to do this. But if you want to see more of these, make sure you subscribe as well as click the notification button so that way you're aware when we do drop these and anything else that we do on the channel. It'd be great. Also, too, I haven't said this much lately, but go to Teespring and buy a t-shirt. He hasn't done one. Use that stimulus money that you guys got. Put it to a good use. Give it to us.
Hey, I just want to send a shout out to our old director, my baby girl Aspen. She got her first interview with a horror director.
Oh, that's cool.
A couple days ago, so she did a really good job, and she's on the up and up with her horror writing and her horror journalism. So look out for some stuff. She's gonna have some pretty good stuff coming soon. And yeah, just very proud.
Hey, Aspen, all you need is blood and boobs.
There you go.
That's all great horror movies all live through many sequels, which is blood and boobs.
And if we turn this camera around, you would see a lot of that.
Yes, exactly.
All right. For
I mean, I wish there was
Aspen,
blood and boobs behind me.
for Aspen, Carla, and Art, wherever the hell they're at, I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And that was a good.
Real quick, if you're still here, because we do these into the video little blooper things. If you're still here, look down. There's a link here for Patreon. If you guys like the show, please give us money. Give us money. We'll take a penny. We'll take a nickel. We'll take a dime. We'll take $1. We have some stuff on there that we're giving away on Patreon if you do contribute, because trust me, we need help. We need help. We want to buy new equipment, and we need an editor. Somebody who doesn't have to stay up in the middle of the night. Or they don't have to stay up in the middle, but I won't have to do it. So please, down patreon.com/thegoods. It's in the link. Please do it. We appreciate it.